Alberto, you wanted to know about my email address. Yeah, I've put it up here in the alerts tab right above the chat. And in that link, you'll find all my stuff. Everything's in one link where it's the email address, social media, where you can get in touch with me, courses, mentorship, all that stuff. It's all in one place. Cool. Another minute and then we'll go. Man, this is like my fourth hour on the microphone today. You guys got me working way too hard. I was doing one-on-one mentorship earlier and then live trading, then YouTube, and now here. Squeezed in dinner and at some point in between. Don't even remember now. But it's all good. It's a lot of fun. IG, you're saying the replay tool has 8 a.m. wicks. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Use it. Practice. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that tool over the last 2 years or so, a year and a half since it was released. It's incredible. Like I've evolved my trading tremendously just by testing stuff in there. I don't do any other replay trading or back testing. Back testing for me is looking at old screenshots, which you do for 30 minutes and you're done. But yeah, go practice there. That's fantastic. That's a great piece of equipment. A great tool. Love it. All right. Look at that. We just had a few people join. Hey, you all stragglers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Waiting for you. We kept everyone waiting. There's 190 people in here. The last 30 of you just showed up. Hey, guys. There you are. Yes, let yourselves be known, especially if you're late. It's all good. It is 9:30 at night. I should have been in bed an hour ago, eh? Yeah, you guys are all over the world. I used to enjoy it in Colorado. I used to wake up at like 5:30 or 6 in the morning to get trading at, I think, 7:30 the market opened over there. This is better. Sunset's better. Oh, Amanda, you're in Singapore. Wow. Hey, good on you putting out the effort to show up. That's awesome. And here I thought I was the only one like trying to stay up late, but wow. That's awesome. You just motivated me. Thank you so much. All right, let's do this. If we wait any longer, we will be here all night. So let's go and let's get going. Firstly, thanks for showing up, guys. This is awesome. Always fun. Always fun to come and talk and share. And when there's something new to share, it's good to share. And you never know what you're going to get out of it. So this one is a little different than the previous ones I've done. I'm getting more into the trade management side of things. We already talked about all the setups and risk management, those various things in previous webinars. This is building on that. So let's dig in. So, how to manage your trades to minimize your losses and maximize your profits, right? Fairly simple. Keep your winners bigger than your losers and you make money, right? Math. First is a disclaimer, the same old one you've all seen. I'm not a licensed investment advisor or money manager, and nobody at Babel Traders is. There are people who are licensed for that stuff. My recommendation is be careful with them too, because they have ulterior motives most of the time. So you all know this stuff, nothing new. And you've seen this before too. This picture just got stuck. I seriously, I can't even delete it. Like the mouse gets sticky. It won't let me like change the picture. So there you go. That's gonna, it's here and it stays. Basically, background life story. Just another life story, really. The part that's probably relevant to all of you here is that I've been involved with the financial markets since 2017, even with crypto since then. And since 2019, I've been day trading full time. So that's pretty much all that's relevant. All right, I'm going to start off by showing you guys trades from most of them in the last couple of weeks, probably all of them in the last month or so, and trying to get your heads in the right place before we really get into gear. So here on Apple, just have a look at this, where you can see the entry and the exit. This is me buying put options over here, going short, effectively shorting Apple on a 5-minute chart from up here someplace, holding it for approximately 30 minutes and getting the target. And you can see there's the entry, there's the exit, and there's the end result, about $44,000. What I'm trying to show to you here is the potential and what's possible and what we can really achieve. I mean, it's right at our fingertips, this stuff. And this was only 30 minutes of work, right? Can you do this? Is what you got to ask yourself. And then the real question in that is when you enter and you're 5 or 10 minutes into this thing and your P&L is showing something like $10,000, $20,000, you already want to take it off, right? Most of you would. I'm sure if you say, if I'm wrong, tell me in the chat. I'm sure most of you start partialing the heck out of it and putting that money in your pocket and running away. But you got to realize that the potential is enormous. You see, this is where the big money is made in holding a full size for a full move. To me, very simple. We got a level, big double top, enter, exit at the bottom, next level down. That's the basics of the trade. But what I'm trying to share with you is you make the most out of it when you hold a full size for a full move. If you're partialing on the way, you're diluting it, right? So let's get into another one. Here's Meta, where it was a short around this area, I think reverse ABCD basically, or breakout retest of the level, enter short there, and going down to that area for approximately $20,000. And this whole thing took about 20 minutes. Again, one entry, one exit, and no partialing. And that's the beauty of it. Most people, again, most traders like to take the partials along the way. It goes in your favor 1R, 2R, or however you calculate it, or it goes away from a moving average. You want to start partialing out. And that gets tricky because, when you start partialing out or you exit the position, then it goes twice as far. And you know what the biggest problem all traders have, from newbies to guys doing it for 20 years, is we keep getting out too early. Why? Well, why is that? Well, it's because you keep partialing, keep getting too greedy. Actually, I'd say not greedy enough. Don't take the money and run until it's big money, until it's serious. That's how you join the 5-figure club, holding a full size for a full move. And you can see over here, I'm just trading off of levels. This is another simple one. Levels, reverse ABCD, obvious pattern at an obvious level, next level down. That's your target. That's it. In and out. Not much to it, right? Here's another one. Tesla came down to the level, breakout, retest in this area, take a short. That's me buying put options to the next level. In and out. This whole thing took, what, about 2 hours, hour and a half or something, whatever, for about $28,000. You can see one transaction in, one transaction out. I'm showing you the winners. I'm showing you how to maximize your trades. And the whole point here is, in order to maximize your trades, you got to hold a full size for a full move. Whatever your size is, that's not the point. I'm just showing you what I'm doing, but everyone's got different risk management, risk tolerance as far as how much size they want to put on, or they want to trade options or whatever. That's not the point here. The point is the method, the procedure of managing the trade once you're in it. Because once this thing is in, you're 30 minutes in this thing, and it's showing $10,000 unrealized gains. Don't you just want to take it off, right? Most of you would. Again, I did that for like 3 or 4 years. I kept doing that, but I never joined the 5-figure club consistently until I started doing this. So you got to find a way to do this, as in hold for the move. And so what is the move? How far can it go? Well, I use levels, and we'll get into that in a moment. Here's another one. Oh, this was a bigger one. Apple. Remember this day? Oh, I remember this one. This was, I think this was the last day I traded last year, right before Christmas. Got one entry and stopped out. That was there, going long, stopped out quickly, and then re-entered on the bullish move, bullish candle right there, and held it from approximately 10 a.m. till about 12:30, 2.5 hours for $64,000. And that is after a stop. So it was like close to a $70,000 trade. Where else can you make that kind of money in 2.5 hours? I don't know any other job that can do that for you. But the point is, again, it goes in your favor, right? And you want to partial out. Again, I just keep bringing this up because this is the most important point here as far as letting your winners run is concerned. You gotta make money, right? You gotta let it run. If you keep diluting your position, just partialing whenever you feel like it, you're never gonna join the 5-figure club. I can tell you, I struggled with that for years and years, and now now in the recent, let's say, year and a half or so, I've adjusted my mindset and slowly been able to do this. And this is where the big money is made. This is where it really, you keep your winners tremendously bigger than your losers. It's hard to have a red day when you have trades like this. It really actually becomes hard. Here's another one, Tesla for 26,000. And here, this one's a little different. Okay, all the trades I showed you from previously are from level to level, one level to the next. And we'll get into levels here in a moment. Now I'm going to get into a little more specific detail on this one. This one, here's the entry on Tesla, basically going long. I see it bounce off the level. I like it. Off you go. The next level on the daily chart is the previous day's high, which is way out there, 483 or so. Okay, going long at like 465, 483 is not there. I mean, it's way out. It's unlikely that it's going to go to that next level. So you don't have conviction to hold this one, right? So here's a problem. When you don't know how far it's going to go, how do you know? Where do you go? What do you just take a partial whenever you feel like it? Not me, not in this case. What I'm doing here is trailing the 5 minute candle. So you enter the trade. Well, I'll use this chart because I'm really just watching the stock chart. Enter the trade, the stop is right below the candle. As soon as this candle closes bullish, I'm moving my exit to halfway through a massive candle. Then this candle makes a big wick, or even this one makes a big wick. As soon as I see this is just a pullback and it's going, I move my exit to just below those wicks. This one pullback, pushed up. I'm seeing that as another pullback. Those two candles together. The exit is now there. Then the next one, and the next one, and it keeps going. So if you're looking at the execution, your entry is here, and up here, it's showing like $15,000 unrealized. You're still not touching it, but you still don't know how far it's going to go. Now, what do you do? Here's the point. This is the trailing stop idea. You're basically following the 5 minute candles up until it makes a new low, and that's the exit. I didn't plan to get out here at, what was it, about 475, somewhere up in this area with a new low. I didn't know it's going to go that far or whatever, but this is a trailing stop. This is just one idea. And I don't even think it's the most powerful idea. This is a very powerful, but it's not even there yet. Because again, one entry, one exit, full size for most of the move. A 5 minute candlestick chart on a daily perspective is very important. It's very large. It's much bigger than the one. Try trailing a 1 minute chart. You're going to get chopped up. It's not going to work. So there you go. There's one little clue on how to manage a trade for a big move, right? But anyways, let's get into more of it. Here's Meta. This was one of the big ones earlier last year. This was November. Look at that. Got to the level, right? And I took the short at the level around there when it decided to finally do that reverse ABCD. That's me getting the entry, going straight to the next level and taking those partials. Took the majority of it off at that level and left a little on if it wants to go again to the next level. It wanted to continue. It broke out. It started to look weak the way I like it to look. So I added back some more. And within 10 minutes, it was there at the next level. Ended up with a large trade. But again, no partialing. And it's very tempting when it goes in your favor within 3 minutes and you're like $40,000 unrealized. What the hell? I mean, seriously, what the hell? It's a tremendous amount of money. So anyways, these are a few examples just to get you all going. This is more recent. This is last week, where again, levels, this is a different kind of levels, basically going one level to the next. I took Tesla at the breakout of this level, went up right through that level, didn't even touch it at that level because it was already making big candles. I figured just go for the next level. 435, it started to look like it was trouble, right close to the level. So that's when I took it off. One in, one out, about $60,000. This was just a few days ago, I think, last week. So anyways, this is what you want to, this is what I'm trying to help you achieve, is managing these trades. Firstly, getting into positions, all that stuff, that's a different webinar. But here I want to talk about how do you really firstly minimize the risk and then let the winners run. So far, I've just showed you examples of winners, but let's get into this method and how it really works. So a little bit of philosophy first before I can share the details with you. Most of you who have seen anything about anything that I do with webinars or presentations have seen this, so the next 5 minutes will be a good review for you guys. So the 80-20 principle, right? Everyone knows about this. Well, by now you should, at least. 80-20 is basically 20% of your efforts bring 80% of your results, and 80% of your efforts are mainly spent on trivial things that give you 20% of your results. Pareto principle. I believe in it firmly. I apply it to everything I do. And it's actually using this principle that I figured out this trade management technique of how to hold on to big winners and cut those losers very, very, very quickly. So again, very important that you don't get caught up in trivial tasks. You got to figure out what is giving you results and just do more of that and less of what isn't working. One of my old mentors used to say that. Do more of what works and less of what isn't, right? Simple, straightforward, 80-20, right? And if you look at it, 80-20, it's everywhere. It's all around you. Look in your life, in your world, in your town. I mean, look at these examples here. 80% of a company's output is produced by 20% of its workers. 20% of your knowledge is used 80% of the time. I mean, how true is that? Right? Amazing. Any of these, 20% of your wardrobe is worn 80% of the time. And you see this everywhere. 80% of the town's traffic is on 20% of its roads. Again, if you just start perceiving this in your own life, in your own current environment, and then you just focus in on what is truly impactful. It's a small amount of effort for a massive result. I mean, don't you want that? I mean, day trading is that, right? We work for a little bit, an hour a day, and make more money than most people can dream of. It's kind of crazy. Day trading itself is 80/20. So why don't you day trade in 80/20 fashion? But anyways, the point is I put this up here because this is for you guys who don't believe in this principle. Hopefully I'm getting you to believe in it. It's really incredibly powerful. I apply it to everything in my life, and I'm living a pretty mellow, kind of fun life at the moment. But only because I've been applying this thing for the last 10 years or however long it's been. I don't even know. So very, very important stuff. That's the book on it, the 80/20 Principle, Richard Koch. Again, this book I recommend to everyone all the time. It's the book I have my kids read before they know how to read. It's that good. It'll even teach you how to read a book. That's why you got to read this book first, right? There's an 80/20 way to read a book as well, where you just focus in on the most important bits and the rest of it is just time consuming. Everyone with me so far? We good? You seen what's available or what's achievable? You understand 80/20? Anyone lost with 80/20? In Chile, it's 50% with 1%. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Yeah, a lot of countries are like that. Good. Everyone's here. Gosh, I'm losing my voice, and we just started. I tell you, 4 hours on the mic, man. I don't know how guys do it all the time, every day. I can't do this. I'm not built for this stuff. Anyways, we're here. Let's move on. So, the 80/20 of trade management. Horizontal levels 80/20 is what I call it. So using horizontal levels for day trading is an 80/20 thing to do. And I've discovered this over the years with many different styles of trading, and I've gone through a lot of them. So very simply, finding levels, generally speaking, is a simple thing to do. It's very basic. You have a little bit of practice, you get the idea. I mean, Carlos and Peter do it every day in the pre-market show. I do it every day with my mentees. There's 10 different ways to do it. You end up with the same levels most of the time. Really. So levels. So what the levels do is why they're 80/20s. They tell you where to get into a trade or where to get out of a trade, and what you want is you want to use them on a higher time frame. So to put it simply, on the screen here, you see 5-minute chart and a daily chart. You're trading off the 5-minute chart or 1 minute, whatever you like. I do the 5-minute. Okay, I look at patterns on a 5-minute, take trades. But these levels that I have on the screen are not from a 5-minute chart. They're from a daily chart. Looking at this Amazon chart, this level here, approximately 220, is just the low of 2 days ago. Pretty obvious, right? And then you have also, if you go further back, as Amazon came up, found resistance around here, then it found a big push up right from there. So you can see it's a pretty significant level. So 220, fairly obvious. What's the next one here? We have 222.87 right there. That's just the previous day's low. What's the next one up? Previous day's high. I mean, how difficult is that to find, huh? Come on, you can do this. And if you actually look back a little, you'll find previous day's high is actually an interesting one because it was previously support. And on the previous day, it turns into resistance. It was the previous day's high, right? So there you go. Levels on the chart. Simple enough. So the level's telling you where to get interested. Turns out Amazon opened up right around this level, did a nice double bottom, and off it goes. Where did it go? To the next level up. Then what did it do? It hung out, consolidation. Then what happened? Next level up. That's it. That's how you hold these trades. You get onto these levels, and you got to get levels you believe in. Now, generally speaking, higher time frame levels work better. Most people lean on them more. They have more conviction because it's a bigger picture level. So I'm just going to talk about that for now, and then I'll give you another technique, which I think is even easier than this, but we'll start with this. So just looking at this Amazon chart, if you're getting along somewhere here approximately 10 a.m., right, and it goes in your favor, your 5R unrealized or something up here, halfway to your target, you take it off? I bet most of you do. I know I used to, all the time. But there's no point because you're missing half the move. Actually, you're missing most of the move. So just hold it for the level. Again, this is more on the reward side, letting your winners run. And how do you know where to go? Level to level. How do you pick your levels? Well, go on something bigger. If you're trading on a 5-minute, take your levels on a 30-minute, 60-minute daily chart. Something bigger, right? But that's how the big moves are made. How do you afford 2 or 3 stop outs and still have a massive green day? I mean, that's normal for me. I take 2 or 3 stop outs very regularly up front in the first hour of trading, whatever it may be. And then I have 1 or 2 decent trades. And it's a huge day. It's just massive because these become 10-hour trades. So you get in here somewhere, you're out at the level, or you take off 80 or 90% off. At that point, it's already bigger than anything you dreamed of. And if you're convinced about the strength and whatever indicators you're looking at, you add that back in, go for the next level. Now this thing has become a 20-hour trade, right? So again, level to level, using horizontal levels are really an 80-20 thing. Minimal effort, maximum result. I mean, this is what my trading screen looks like. I don't have the level 2. I don't have VWAP or the tape or even volume bars. There's just nothing. It's like it's a waste of the screen, really. Nice screen with nothing on it. But that's it. It's actually 80-20. I'm serious. So, want to know about the very best kinds of levels? The ones that turn support into resistance or the other way around. So, like we're talking about here, this 220 area is interesting because you can see it came up here, it was resistance at first. Then it turned into support. This is where it really turned into support. You can see it came down and the bears couldn't push it down lower and it gapped up. So that's support right there. You know it. So this is a very firm level. What flips? Support turns resistance or resistance turns support, either way. Then, those are the levels you can rely on. So higher time frame levels and look for levels that have flipped. And if you don't want to do that, no problem. Just go with the previous day's highs and lows. In this case, that would have worked just as fine. You just went with 2 days ago's low, yesterday's high, yesterday's low and high. That's it. You get the same damn levels. Easy enough, right? So let's get into a little more of this. So Meta again. Look at this one, man. I love Meta. I trade Meta almost every day. Not recently though. Look at this level. Meta came with big push up, came up there, then it pulled back. Right? Where did it pull back to? Right about here, 609 or so. And that was support, proven support over 4 days. Then it finally got away from there, dropped, turned into resistance. Look at that. After drop, retest resistance. Resistance again. And it was resistance again. This was the high of the day. On this particular day, Meta opened up above that level, which we have seen flip. It was support, it's resistance, and now we don't know. But all we know is that it is a firm level. Something's about to happen here. When Meta opened up here, came down to the level around about the 609 area. I mean, for me, this is a perfect bullish piece of price action. I would go long in this area, full power, full, what do you call it, buying power, and just hold it for the next level up. And look, it still gave you more. I don't think I traded this on that. I must have missed this one. That's why I don't have the executions on this. But this is a perfect pattern. And then you holding. You look, you're in this at 10 a.m. approximately. It gets to your level about 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes. Tell me where you can make 10 times the amount of money that you put at risk. You risk $1, you make 10. This is that kind of trade, 10 to 1, right? And it's a very powerful level. So again, put levels that you believe in. And I'm telling you, the most powerful levels are the ones that are on larger time frames and that have flipped. They flipped their orientation. And then when the candlesticks get there and put in a pattern that you like or whatever indicators you like to see, then you have a real opportunity. And then hold on to it because it's going to be a banger. It really is. Most of these are huge, right? We'll get into a few more here. I was talking about this one, Meta. Here, look at these levels. Way down, man. These screenshots a little small. Well, let me see where I can. All right, 563. See the support here? Meta was just chopping up in this area up here, but came down here. Firm support down here. Go back, same level, 563. You see, 3 days, it just will not break down from there. Actually went up from there. So that's very obvious. Then when it did come down, it bounced off. Look at that. And again, 2 more days, bounced off right there. So 563 is on my chart. There it is. Obvious level, right? Go further down. Look at that extreme low down. There was messy, choppy. It got down here. It bounced off. Go further back. It bounced off. Again, that level's on my chart. What is that? 555-ish. Somewhere down there, right? Obvious levels. I mean, these are simple. They're powerful. You see? And so what happens when Meta got to this level, it started to consolidate. It did the pattern I like for a reverse ABCD with the long tail hammer, room to the left, all this stuff, got weak. That's me entering right there, that reverse ABCD pattern. Again, the patterns I look for are not complicated, but they have to happen at levels. They got to be clean. And so getting in there short, and I'm taking it off there. That's me getting short and taking it off at the next level. This one only took 20 minutes. And then, like I showed you earlier, as it wanted to break down from that level and continue, then, okay, it's another opportunity. Add it back on. Put on the size again. Put the risk back on. And there you go, to the next level. These look like partials and adds, but it's nothing more than going from one level to the next and then one level to the next. And makes for a big day. Again, this is how you get those bigger trades working. Holding on, having conviction for the move. And the way I find conviction is bigger time frame levels. I think they're easy to use. Just use previous days highs and lows if you can't figure out support and resistance on a longer time frame. Either way, it works really well. Everyone still with me or are you lost? I feel like I'm talking a lot. Yes, no? Ned, yeah, that's a transitional hammer. Ned, that's a reverse hammer. Good, good. You're all here. Good. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys are not here, I'm gonna shut it down, go to bed, because you know what? It's late. All right. Easy enough. Jay, pre-market high low? Nope, I don't bother with that. Just if you're doing just highs and lows, last 2 days, highs and lows. Okay. That's it. You don't need much else. You really don't make life so hard, man. What do you want? 20 levels on your chart? Come on. What the hell? You're gonna get confused. Don't do that to yourself. You're gonna hurt your brain. I've done that. All right. So that's the level. Now here we go. Tesla, look at this. You have basically the low and the high of the previous day. You have the high also of 2 days ago. I mean, these levels are right there where Tesla's about to open. Okay, that's it. You don't need to go looking for anything in between. It's right there. So look at Tesla. Opened up above the level, above what is this? The high of 2 days ago. Came down, bounced off, did a kind of pattern that I like. So I got long here. Right now, I was saying to you earlier, I don't know that's going to go to the next level in this case because the next level is just incredibly far away. Like, what the hell? This would be a huge thing. I mean, it had a day, it gapped down, and you think it's just going to make back all those losses overnight in one day? I mean, it's not likely. So, again, like I'm saying, another way to manage these trades is going with a trailing stop. Now, here's the advantage of a trailing stop. What I showed you earlier about holding a position from one level to the next, that's letting your winners run, right? Those are maximizing your winners. Now we got to talk about minimizing those losers and how you can really tighten up your risk very quickly. So this example, very straightforward, really. As you get your entry on this 5 minute candle, somewhere in the middle of the 5 minute candle, my exit's right below the entry candle. This candle closes bullish. I'm doing it here, really. Closes bullish, you move your exit to halfway of the candle. At this point, you're already risk-free because your exit is already pretty much at your break even. And the rest is free money after that. So this is the risk side of it. Minimizing your risk, right? Keeping your losers very small. This is the risk side of it. So if you're using a trailing stop, and this is something I like to do early in the trade, I like to get into a trailing stop and make it at least get the stop to where it's about break even. And then actually I don't trail it so much anymore. On this trade I did, but a lot of the other trades, as you saw, I just let it run for the level. In this case, I wouldn't have done that even, but you've seen the other ones where, so in this one on a 5 minute candle, within, let's say 2 or 3 minutes, it's free because you've removed the risk. You've took your stop loss and put it at your break even. The rest is free money. Who doesn't like free money? Tell me. Who doesn't like free stuff? You guys are here at a free fucking webinar. Don't tell me you don't like free shit. Come on. Seriously. There you go. Everyone wants free shit. There you go. Yeah, wake your ass up. Come on. So, once you get your exit to approximately break even or a little better, that's free after that. So, but you got to make it free. It's not going to just come to you, right? Obviously, like you showed up today at a free webinar. It's not exactly free because you have to show up. There you go. Gotcha. No, but the first priority after your entry is to tighten up your stop. Forget about the profit and the partials. Forget about all that. That's all garbage. Just find a way to get your stop in tighter. That's the first thing, at least to your break even. After that, it's free. After that, it becomes a lot easier to hold for your target. How do you think I've been holding for targets? All those other ones I showed you previously. You didn't see the exits on those, at least the stop outs where they would have been. A lot of them, I've tightened them up. Most of them before even a partial, and it's already showing something like $10,000 or $20,000 unrealized. The truth is, it's free because for me, the exit, the break even, the stop out, stop loss is already at break even. And then you just let it rip. From there, you can let it rip, and it makes it easier to hold. So I was saying, hold from one level to the next. Don't take partials. Well, that's hard to do, right? When you have a big unrealized. This makes it easier when it's risk-free. So after the entry on trade management, there's two things you got to do. First thing is tighten up the risk as quickly as you can. As the price goes in your favor, tighten up the risk. At least get your exit to your break even. And the second thing you got to do is let the winner run. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I know a lot of people ask me, is that it? Fuck yeah, that's it. Hard to do, hard to break habits and build up these new things. But I'm telling you, this is how I joined the five-figure day trading club, as in 5 figures a day kind of trading. Before this, I would take these kinds of trades with the same kind of size. It was very hard to get these kinds of PNLs. It was very hard. I'm telling you, my position size has not tremendously increased recently in the last 6 months. Not a whole lot. That's not really what's making the difference. It's what's making the difference is tightening up the risk and letting the winners run. And that's the whole point of this webinar. And again, that's how you keep your winners bigger than your losers. Make sense? Yeah. Make it free, like all you freebie hunters over here on this webinar. Make it free. Tighten up the risk. Here we go. Meta. I showed you this one earlier. The entry was, let's say, the top of this candle going short. Right at the entry, my stop out would have been just above the candle, probably up here somewhere. But this candle closed bearish. Where do you think I'm moving my exit right after the close of this candle? This is a very bearish candle. Well, I'm going to move it right into the middle of this candle. So there's the entry. The stop would have been right below it. This candle closes. I'm moving the exit right here to about 1150 or so. That's approximately here. And then the next candle goes again, extremely bearish. What do? Bring the stop to about halfway. And then this candle is indecision, right down here. What am I doing there? Let's say I didn't have these targets in place. I'm just trailing it. I'm just bringing the exit right down here, right above this candle. And if a new 5-minute high comes, it gets me. And that's what happened. And this still happened to be a big trade. This was not even a full trade. I didn't want to exit over there. It actually went further. But again, the power of the trailing stop, it's more powerful early in the trade where you're getting in and you're tightening up risk. After that, you should know where your target is anyway before you enter and let it run. Man, you guys type so fast, just like on YouTube, man. You guys I can't read all this shit. Slow it down. Slow down. We'll get to some questions. I've got way too much stuff here. We'll get questions. Don't worry, we got a whole Q&A section. All right. Tesla, look at this one here. Again, entering here short, right? Holding for the target. And that's the target in mind. Again, one level to the next. But how the hell do you hold through all this? That's really tricky. I think I entered short where? Here, approximately here somewhere. Something like this. So over here, again, my exit would be probably above the level or just above the entry candle. And then as soon as it starts to go away from my area, especially this bearish candle, that's when now it's at break even. I mean, I'm bringing my exit in really tight and then let it run. After this first 20 minutes of holding where, probably up and down on the P&L a little bit, didn't stop me. But then when it exited the area, finally it's clear of that zone where you entered. Now you can stick it at about break even. And then just hold for the target. At that point, you don't have to trail it. This is where holding for your target becomes a bigger, more important thing. So again, 2-step procedure. After entry, first thing, tighten up the risk as soon as you can. So once the price action exits the area, tighten it up. Second thing, let the winner run. Let it just fucking run, man. Look at this. I mean, you make insane amounts of money. Make sense? Good. All right. You guys want to know about making levels and stuff? You missed the first half of this. Where were you? Oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to show you something else in a minute now. If you think this is fun, we're going to have more fun now in about 5 minutes. I should have spiked that drink. What the hell? All right, check this one out. You saw this one, right? Big double top at a level. Take that thing short. Entry around about here someplace. Let's say, where was my entry? Where was it? Right there. Let's say it was the middle of this candle. My exit's right up there. As soon as this candle closes extremely bearish, my exit's going to come in right into the middle of that candle. At that point, it's free. It's risk-free because my exit and my entry price are at the same place. It's at break-even stop loss. Then hold for the target. That's it. Just hold for the target. So again, 2-step procedure about, I'm just going to repeat this over and over until I drill it into all of you, where you got to make your losers small and make your winners big. And this is how you do it, because I'm just about tired of receiving 20 emails a day from all of you guys. How do you make money? How I keep getting stopped out. And oh, well, you look at that. You took 20 partials before it even moved. What the hell? Look at this thing. You have to hold it for a while, 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes. That's how it goes. Again, this was a trailing stop one. And that's how I actually managed to hold it through those levels and all the way through. On this one, on this day, when I entered, I came in with the idea of the trailing stop, and I was not trailing every 5-minute candle. I was trailing pullbacks. So here's a pullback. The red candle happened. Then after the white candle, that's the pullback complete. Then you put the exit right below it. That's the way to trail it. But what's more powerful is a combination, is where you really, again, tighten up the exit. So you see the entry here? Oh, look at this. This is fun. My first attempt on this trade, you see the entry and see the exit, right? It wasn't working. It hit my stop, exit immediately. Within a few minutes, it wanted to pop up again, and it set up for me again the setup that I like. So I entered again. And where's my exit? It would have been right below the entry candle. Again, look at this, super tight. Look at the reward side. This is like 20 to 1. I can't even count. I don't even count this anymore. Just whatever. It's big. You do one of these, you're good for the year, man. Seriously. You don't need a whole lot. So again, but even on this one, I was at risk. After one stop, I put on a second attempt with the same risk. And I was at risk only for a couple of minutes. Because once this candle closed, I brought in the risk very tight, just below or just halfway through the candle. It was this one right here. And then this one pulled back. You can see the wick, and then this closed up. That's it, man. Now my exit is basically right below the big candles, and that's it. It's free. This is $64,000 free dollars. Does that sound nice? 64,000 free dollars. You guys understand the free concept yet? It's not really free. You got to make it free. You got to tighten your risk. Tighten your risk, tighten your risk. And I'm telling you, once you tighten your risk, that is a priority. Number one, most important thing, risk management. Once you tighten that up, then it makes it easier to let the winner run. It's not easy to hold these things for 2.5 hours, going through $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 and not even thinking about taking a partial. Like, what the hell? But it sounds complicated. It sounds difficult, but it's not difficult once it's free. Right? Easy for you guys to show up here. It's free. Did you have to buy some sort of subscription membership or something? No, you're here. Put in some sort of email address, trading terminal. You're here. Fucking free again. So make it free. That's what I'm doing every day. I trade for free. Really, I trade for free because I make it free quickly. Within a couple of minutes, most of my trades, I bring in the exit very quickly. And the rest is easy because after that, it's stress-free. The emotions are cooler and you just hold it and let it run. No big deal. Let's get into some more exotic stuff, huh? There we go. Measured moves. Oh my goodness. This is where you guys all have questions, right? Anyone heard of measured moves? Anyone here? Just type it in, yes or no. No, yes, no. Gosh. If you're saying no, then you don't spend enough time on YouTube with me. 11 a.m. every day. Come on. Having a lot of fun on YouTube these days. All right. Measured moves. I mean, I was showing you earlier about finding levels, bigger picture, bigger time frame, and then trading it on a smaller time frame, right? Simple. I love the beer mug. Yeah. I should have spiked this drink. It's just water with lemon and stuff. My throat hurts. I should have put tequila in it. I'll put some tequila after this. If you guys are nice to me. It is late here though. All right. Measured moves. It's a lot of fun. It's easy. I was showing you guys earlier about finding levels on a bigger time frame and then trading it on a smaller time frame and how powerful that combination is. And I showed you all these trades. Now look at this. This is something I think equally as powerful, but much easier to do. 80-20? 80-20 anyone? Same thing, right? Same results, less effort. What the hell? It makes it easy. So let's understand what this is, how it works. And there's two basic ways. I mean, you can go through a million books and videos and spend a whole year just trying to understand it, but I'll give it to you here in 3 seconds. It makes one move, A to B. Then it pulls back. Okay, you find a C, then it goes second move D. How far is D? The distance from C to D is the same as A to B. Got it? Ali, this is the beginner video. This is move fast. No worries, no worries. There's plenty. There's plenty. I don't go beyond beginner stuff. Why? Because I don't like to complicate the matter. It's been 6 years and look how silly my trading is. It's like crayons on a screen, So again, measured move. When it makes one move, you measure that move. Then you let it pull back. And when you identify the pullback, how far is the second leg going to go? Well, it's the same distance as the first leg. That's it. Measured move. Anyone got questions on this bullish measured move pattern, ABCD measured move idea? Right? For this to happen, for you to use this, you need to first identify one leg. Then you need to identify the bottom of the pullback. Okay? And then identifying the target is no big deal. You would enter here and you got the target. Easy enough, right? You know where the target is. That's the point. I tell you, hold for the target. Well, where's the target? Well, here it is. D. Same distance. A to B, same distance C to D. Is this simple yet? this bullish measured move concept. It works bearish too, go the other way. This is simple. You know what? I find this ridiculously complicated. This measured move, there's only two ways to do it. This I don't do. You can. Go ahead, give it a go. I've done it. I've tried it. It just takes 30 seconds longer than the other one, which is this one, this rectangle measure move. Again, 80/20, right? Simpler, easier, crayons. You can see the range, measure the distance. Once it breaks out, where's the target? Well, it's the same distance as the range. Is that easy? Now tell me which one of these two is easier, first or second? You see that? That's why I use this. This is what you guys have seen me do in the last couple of weeks with the measuring that 8 a.m. candle. I've made it even easier by using the 8 a.m. candle, not looking for ranges and all that stuff. Forget about it. I just use the 8 a.m. candle as my range, and that's it. Then I measure moves up and down from there, and that's it. So there's nothing to it. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm using that strategy that you've seen me use in the last 2 weeks or however long it's been. And it's been incredibly powerful. You guys have seen it. I've even been trading right at the open, especially this week, using this concept. Very, very straightforward. This is not about when to enter and what's the setup. This is about, on this webinar, I'm talking about how do you manage the trade after you enter. So first, most important priority is tighten your stop, minimize your risk, make it free, just like this webinar, make it free, right? And then hold for the target and know your target. For me, the easiest way to find a target is a measured move, especially this one, this rectangle, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you call it. I call it a measured move off the 8 a.m. candle. Cool? Anyone lost, confused, still in kindergarten, college, whatever? Easy. Tinfoil line. There you go. That's a Thor thing. So thank him for that. He brought that up a couple of years ago. And I was like, well, what is that? And it makes sense. Now I just added measured moves onto that. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing here. All right, so let's get into it. Look at that 8 a.m. candle, approximately the measured move. Up, up. That's it. Measure the distance. It just keeps going. Look what Meta did. It was volatile at the open, really messy, but then started respecting the measured move. Went up, breakout. Where did it go? Measured move. Got messy in the zone. Once it broke out, where did it go? Measured move. You want to trade it long from here? I don't think so. It looks messy. But if you're getting long here, that's your target. And as soon as this candle closes, it's pretty bullish. You can bring your exit to break even, and it's easy to hold for those 20 or 30 minutes for that target. Questions on this? No wonder this webinar is free. There's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. I mean, seriously, this is measured moves, right? Easy. Here's another one. 8 a.m. candle. Apple broke out. Where did it go? Measured move. The same distance. See that distance there? It's the same distance to the next level. It got there, got stuck. Once it decided to go from there, where did it go? Right there, next level. What is that level? It's the same distance. Measure the distance. I mean, use a ruler or scale on your screen if you like, whatever. I don't care. And then what? Reversal? Yeah, possibly. Where's it going to go? Anyone guess? Where's it going to go from here? Let's say it's a reversal setup. Where would you target going long from this 220 area? Hey, everyone confused. Where's it? Okay, there it is. Yeah, 222ish. Yeah, there we go. I lost you in the chat. That's it. That's how I do these trades. I'm serious. That's how I do it. I know it sounds silly, but it's the truth. Again, ask all my mentees. Half of you are in this room. It's not difficult. Google, look at this. Measured move. In the pre-market itself, it got away from the measured move, went to the next measured move. So I have these levels. How far up did it go? Measured move. 200? Nah, forget about the big round number. Use the levels. Levels have more conviction than round numbers. I've tried both. You'll find liquidity at round numbers. You'll often find stocks bust right through them, hit a level, and then change their behavior. Yeah, really works. And look what, it came back to that level, approximately got really choppy. I wouldn't touch it in this area just because there's wicks on both sides, but you get the concept of the measured move. It tells you where to enter and where to exit. That's what levels tell you, where to enter, where to exit. I'm just showing you an easier way to find levels. If you don't want to go through multiple time frames or that complicated measured move ABCD, this one right here. How about this? Huh? Easy enough. And look, after it got choppy, went right back up to where? 200.3, almost precise. Big double top. Short the shit out of this, man. Just go short. Yesterday, I would target the bottom there. That's a fun one. Cool. All right, we'll take a few questions here while we're waiting. Pre-market levels measured move. No, I just use the five. What it's called, 8 a.m. candle. The 5 minute 8 a.m. candle. That's all I'm interested in. That's my measured move. I don't care about anything else. Pavan, forget about the fib lines. These are not fib lines. Not anymore. Because all I've done is reconfigured them to give me equidistant lines. And so I can just toss it on the chart, make sure this measurement is correct. The rest just show up. Right? Yeah. Well, you can put 25 and 50 and 75 if you like. Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm happy with these number of lines. Forget about if this fib stuff is confusing you. Forget about it. Just go with drawing lines on your chart. Measure the distance, put another line further down, another one further down, further up. Easy enough, right? So, anyways, the whole point is once you figure out levels, and I'm trying to give you a very easy way to find levels, then it becomes easier to understand where to enter the trade, as an enter at the level, and also then where to exit, exit at the level. This is all about trade management. So I'm trying to give you a few tools here of firstly where to enter and exit, but then after you get in, how do you manage the risk? First things first, tighten that risk up with a trailing exit. And after that, don't even think about taking a partial until you get to the next level. If you want to join the 5 figure club, if you don't, that's up to you, man. Go and take your partials. I don't care. I'm not doing any partials. I refuse. But watch, you're going to see a few screenshots here. It's a little different. Look at this measured move on Amazon. Popped up. Oh, yeah, I took this trade, I think. Breakout, retest. That's a signal I like. Where'd it go? That level. You go long here, you get out there. 230.5. That's it. And then when it came back down, where'd it go? Measured move. No, actually, right at the level measured. Where did it reverse from? Right there. Where'd it go? Look at that. It was messy, choppy, and when did it clean up? After that line. Nice pattern. Next one probably went to the next one up. Measured moves get respected very easily. This 8 a.m. one. That's why I'm sharing it with you. If I wasn't convinced on this and I wasn't taking trades on this every day, I wouldn't share this with you. What do we got? Andrea, for the highs and lows, long wicks, you consider the bodies of the wicks? I like the wicks. I use wicks generally. I'll forget entries and exits. I can't talk to you about entries and exits. That's another 2 hour conversation, which I've got the previous recordings. I think, yeah, you're in the mentorship group, right? I'll give you those recordings about how I enter the 5 minute chart. Those are set up. Today, we're talking about trade management, how to tighten up the risk, make those risks small, make your losers small and your winners big. That's the method. Everyone's got different criteria for entry and exit and all that. I'll share with you mine, but today's focus is on how to make your winners big and how to keep those losers small, much smaller than your winners. Mike J, yeah, 8 a.m. market makers settle everything, pre-market. There you go. You got it. Mike J got the idea. Everyone ask Mike J a question. Don't ask me. Yeah, the guys, this is not about setup. Again, I've done a couple of webinars on that. The recordings are there. Actually, quite a lot of them, all of them. Have always been on setup. Every webinar in the last couple of years. This one's different. This one's how to get it going, as in how to get your trading to really, get alive. It's alive, Frankenstein. Make it live. Really, we're not here for a few $100. Come on, make it big. There you go. Measured move on AMD. Very choppy at the open. The measured move down there was probably right there where it got choppy. But then look what happened. Right back up. Really messy price action. But you can see, look at the top. Look at the top. It's just near precision, right? And then off it goes. It got really messy again. I wouldn't trade this here probably. But you see when it got to the next measured move level, what happened? Breakout, retest, next level. Then what happened at the next level? Reversal. That's it. You can hold this. Again, holding for this is a 30-minute hold. Most people struggle with that. It looks easy because these are 5 minute candles. It's only a few candles, but it's 30 minutes or something. And that's hard. Again, to make it easy to hold for the target, tighten up your risk as quickly as you can as soon as the price exit your entry area. And then hold for your damn target. Just hold for it. I can't believe I'm saying this again and again. Even on YouTube, I say the whole thing. This is the measured move on Amazon. I don't have it on the screen at 8 a.m., but this is the measured move. You can see how it got choppy and messy approximately there, but right at the bottom of it, where'd it go? Just blew right through this one. If you got your entry there, you probably get a partial there. That would make some sense. You can add back in if you're identifying the strength, and you're just taking your partials at levels. And then what? At the level, what happens? Big double top. I mean, short the crap out of this, man. Wow, this is a trade I would take. When was this? I think this was yesterday. I mean, look at this. There's opportunities everywhere. NVIDIA, look at that big measured move. It opened up somewhere in the middle. It got choppy at the area. Again, at the level 3 possibilities, right? It can either get stuck there like AMD did, like NVIDIA did right here, or it can reverse or it can break through. Either way. This one really got stuck. For me, there's no entry, no criteria to enter this trade, but did go all the way down. And look about where it got to before it started changing its behavior. 134 round number, right about where the level is. Right there. You see that? Probably makes a double bottom and goes up. Measured moves. Again, holding for targets. I'm just trying to show you how these levels work. As in, they're easy to find, they're easy to use. As in, for trade management, they're easy to use. As soon as the price exits your entry area, you can trail it and then stick it at break even, and then it's free, right? Free. Where did you get the strategy for measured moves? Where did I get it? I read it in a book years and years ago. Actually, the first book I ever read in 2017, and then I've been playing with it. I've been playing with it in all the different worlds of crypto and day trading and investing and all that. Now recently, I've landed at this 8 a.m. candle and go with it. It works beautifully. I mean, it just works beautifully. I'll show you a few live trades now. Again, we'll move faster. I think you guys have more questions than I have the ability to answer. Okay, measured moves, right? You just draw equidistance lines. That's all I've done. So this is the measured move. This is the distance. So the lines just keep going up. Very simple. Look what Microsoft did on this day. Got there, consolidated, eventually broke out to the next level. So if you're getting that long somewhere there, next level. If you're getting that long somewhere there, where's your target? Next level. This is the one I like. This is the one I would trade. Actually, this is today. What is it? I think this is yesterday. Is today the 22nd? 23rd. Yeah, this is yesterday. This is what I like. Breaks out, retest, perfect pattern. After that hammer, I would enter long right there, stop right in. This candle closes. This one starts becoming bullish. My exit's already at pretty much break even. That's the target. Bounces off again. I'm adding more. Next target. I mean, for me, this is about $50,000, $60,000. It's a simple concept. Simple patterns show itself at simple levels. Nothing to it, right? So again, for me, I look at candlestick patterns for my entries, but that's a whole different thing on strategy. The strategy for managing the trade, that's where the money's made. Really, manage your trade properly. You partial the heck out of this, you're gonna have 1/4 of the P&L you should have. And I'm telling you that out of 6 years of doing this shit. Pavan, no, DAS does not have a way of doing measured moves. It doesn't have a measured move tool that I know of. So I just repurposed the fib tool. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. All right. What else? Let's see. Google. Look at that. That's the measured move. Just draw the lines equidistant. It turns out at one of those lines, that's where it wanted to go down. And where does it bounce off? Big double bottom and goes. Right? It's just telling you where to trade. If your setup presents itself right there, then take it and go for the next level. Make sense? Man, you guys tired. I'm gonna increase the font on the screen just because I gotta go get reading glasses. What the name, Neg? You want to know about the book on levels? I don't think I ever read a book about levels. Naked Forex is good. Actually, Naked Forex is really good for levels. Look at that. Naked Forex by Walter Peters. The other one that really touches on it nicely is Japanese Candlesticks by Steve Nissen. Again, the same two books I recommend every day. I think everything you ever need to know about the technical side of trading is in those two books. Everything. Actually, more than you need. I actually ignore most of them. GG Naked Forex by Walter Peters. Is it Walter Peters? Yeah, it's right here on the desk. All right, let's move faster. Okay, here's where it gets a little more exciting. This was yesterday. Yesterday, I measured Tesla's 5 a.m. or not 5 a.m. 8 a.m. candle, and look what happened here. It broke out and it started to consolidate right there. That's not yesterday. This is today. Sorry. This is today. Yeah, this was a few hours ago. It consolidated right there this morning. And I figured this is an obvious ABCD pattern. It just wants to go. You know, A, B, you have C, and D. You can do the ABCD measured move if you like we saw the first way of doing measured moves, but I just do the range thing. So I measure that move, and that was my target up there. So I got in as soon as I found it bouncing. There's the entry, and it started to go. Now, in this case, because I'm trading the open, now this is a very important point, guys. Trading the open is very different than trading the rest of the day because you're dealing with extreme volatility. I mean, I'm serious, it's extreme. It becomes very difficult to hold for the targets. So the only way I've been able to successfully trade the open, and I recommend you do this if you're trading the open, is you pay attention to the volatility, or forget about volatility. Pay attention to the momentum. So over here, it came down, it bounced off of C. That's where I'm getting long. Okay, it wants to go, and my target's up here. But as it got to 418, it got stuck. I mean, it really got stuck. It sat there for what felt like forever. And that's why I started slowly exiting the position, 10% partials at a time, right there at 418. And then it quickly popped up, finally got my target, and that's me getting out the majority of it. Then when it came back down, this candle was volatile. It came back down quick, and I was out. As soon as it lost half of its own candle, I was out. That was the last tiny bit getting out the exit. But all of this, again, is based on the measured move. I'm doing my level best here to hold for that target. But the only time I don't is when I'm trading right at the open and the momentum is going against me. That's the only way I don't. And today was one of those cases. This was today's trade, just one trade. Didn't really go the distance as I was hoping. I wanted to hold a full size for the full move. It would have been another 10K or whatever it is. But it's okay. You can't complain. You got to be careful with risk management. Also, as soon as it went away from me right at the open, and I'm talking the first 30 seconds or whatever, I was already going to exit at break even. I mean, it went there. From here, if it came back from 417 or so, if it came back, I'd be out of break even. That's me trailing the price, getting in. Again, risk management. This is all about trade management, right? The first step of trade management is risk management. Tighten up the risk. Second step, let your winners run. This is how you do it right at the open. This was all done within about 3 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever. But again, it's super fast at the open, and you have to adjust your mindset when you're trading the open. Trade management at the open is very different. Very different. The stuff you see Brian and Andrew and all do, please be careful. I mean, they're excellent at it. They're experts at this. They've been doing this for decades now. All right. I don't like to jump into this very often. This week I've been doing a few more of these kinds of trades just because of the setup. But I'm not trading what they're trading. I'm trading my setup and then watching the momentum very carefully. All right. So there you go. That's today. Here's Apple. Here's another one. Apple, again, see the measured move? 8 a.m. What happened? Pre-market breakout. And right at the open, retest. As soon as it retests, I'm convinced the retest is good. I'm entering short. Where's the target? Down there. That's me getting out at the target. And then what? It wants to go right through to the next one. So I'm adding back in. Go for the next one. Right? And these lines, again, are nothing more than a measurement of this candle. Good? Yes, no? Man, I can't keep up with you guys. You're telling me this is going too fast. Type so much. Should have an open mic kind of webinar. It's easier to talk to people. I'm used to that. Alrighty, let's go. That's Apple. Tesla. This is yesterday. Yeah, this is yesterday. Oh man, what a crapshoot. Anyways, measured move on Tesla. See the 8 a.m. candle? And there's one up there. That's the next measured move. The next one down. For me, again, setup very obvious. It's a reversal pattern. Comes to the level, hits the level, starts messing around, puts in one of these long tail hammers with a tiny body, long tail. New 5-minute high. That's my entry. But it's a pre-market, so I'll wait for it to show strength right after it opens. If it gives me that entry, it sure did. Came down. As soon as it popped up above the level, just about there, that's me entering. All right. And again, this is right at the open. I entered this within the first 10 or 20 seconds, something like that. And I'm in there, but here's the thing about the open. If you want to do the open, you got to manage your trades differently. Okay. This is very important. When I got in, that's my entry. So what the hell is this over here? This is a bad fill. This is eating the spread. This is horrific. So basically, I wanted to enter here, and I got 2/3 of my position here, and I got the rest of it somewhere up here. Now, this is when you're trading the open, you're going to deal with this shit, especially with options. You don't want to deal with this. This is hard. So you really got to now think differently with your risk management and your trade management. It gets very hard to trade the open. So since I got a terrible fill, now my break-even price is no good. It's somewhere there. And so it became more difficult to hold it for the target, at least the first target. But as soon as it got to 420, my entry was basically around 418 at that point. That's it. I started taking a lot of it off right there. Just because the moment it goes against me, I have a terrible entry price, an entry average price. So there's no possibility for me to truly hold this one for the target. So you see, I would say hold for your target, make your winners bigger. In this case, I couldn't. And I was aware of it because I'm trading the open. The market behaves differently at the open. You're going to deal with volatility. You're going to deal with spreads. You're going to deal with momentum. You're going to deal with all that crap. So as soon as I saw it hesitating just a touch at 420, I'm getting the heck out of it. And then it popped up quickly to the target, got out more. Then it blew up further from the target. That's when I'm adding back in. And the rest of it was out very close to the final target. Still made for a good day, but realistically, the only thing that made this good was really tight tight trade management. This is not so much about the setup. The setup is cheap and easy, man. Come on, this is reversal pattern. It's like a 2 candle pattern. There's nothing to it. But trade management, that's where you make money and lose money. Setups are all over the place. Patterns are all over YouTube, free videos. You don't need to ask me about that. I've done plenty of those stuff anyway. But trade management is where you make money and lose money. I'm serious. If you don't manage it well, you're going to leave money on the table, or you're going to get yourself into bad situations, holding past your stops, not managing your risk, not tightening up your risk, not letting it run. Now, even here, I what was the only priority on my mind was tightening up that risk, because the risk just got really bad, bigger than I wanted it to be because of that spread. So my way of tightening up the risk was, all right, I got to exit this thing instantly. And literally the exit was like 10 seconds after the entry. And I exited, I don't know, 70, 80% of my position. Then I started to, then it got to go for me a little bit. So there you go. Trading the stuff, tighten up your risk, and let it run for your target. Works the same all across the day, except at the open. You got to pay attention to momentum. If momentum goes against you a little bit, start hitting that partial button. 10% makes sense. I use the 10% partial quite a bit at the open. And then take the majority off at your target. That's the thing about the open. That's why you see open traders, ORBs and stuff, lots of partials. There's a reason for it. I typically don't do that. Just recently, I've had a few of those kinds of trades, but I used to trade like that. I just moved away from it because I want the bigger moves that come usually later in the day. Here's one that's later in the day. Look at that Tesla. Again, measured moves. These are the measured moves levels, right? Easy enough. Breakout. That's me getting long at the breakout. Ignore that level. It has a lot of strength. Big candles, right? Big candles. So I'm like, okay, this is going to go 2 measures, not just one. So I actually hold through, and I'm really watching it like a hawk, because I know that level's there, but you got to understand levels are approximate. As soon as it started messing around with 435, I probably had lots of liquidity or something. It really hesitated. I was like, that's enough. I got the exit. Entry, exit. Again, as it departed the area, it got it. Where is it? Here. It got into this candle. I was already pretty well at break even, pretty tight in that. I wasn't too far off. And so it was basically free money. Again, what, about $60,000 of free money. This was last week. So there you go. Trade management, guys. I'm telling you, setups are they're only the first thing you learn in the first 3 years. That's just the first 3 years. Setups, and how do you identify setups? How do you enter the trade? Where do you put your stop? All that stuff. Your indicators. That's only the beginning. You really want to stay in the game. You want to make money out of this. You want to quit your job, replace your income, take care of your family, all that fun stuff that we all dream about. Get your trade management straight. I'm serious. Get it straight. Like, get it fucking straight. Because that's where it's made. Tighten up your risk, trail the price, quickly get into a risk-free situation, and let that winner just run. Let it run. I mean, let it rip. Seriously, rare. You've seen, I've showed you trades here where I've held them for 2 hours at a time with big unrealized P&Ls. Still don't take it off because it's not hit the target yet. That's important. I mean, that's how you make money in this business. That's how you stay the course and make money in this business. All right. And here, I'm going to tell you the last couple of things that are really important. You've got to earn your own trust if you want to do this. This is a matter of your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. All right. Really critical. So, again, they fight each other all day, but you got to get them aligned. You got to learn to earn your own trust. Your conscious mind has to earn your subconscious mind's trust. And the way I like to say it, and the way I found it to work, is routine is really important outside of trading. When you're not trading, you're training for trading. Like the athletes and musicians and all the top performers in the world, what are they doing when they're not on game day? They're training. They're honing in their skills. They're building their instincts. They're doing all that stuff. You got to do that outside of trading with your mind. So I find routine helps. A routine, like, for example, you set a routine. You say, okay, 6 a.m. I'm going to go to the gym. And if you get up at 6 a.m. and you go and you do it fine, you've taken one step in earning your own trust. But if you don't, well, now you've taken 3 steps back and you just lengthened your learning curve. Again, it's a subconscious thing. You got to access the subconscious mind to really perform at a higher level. I have a whole ton of stuff, hours and hours of this in the course on how to access your subconscious mind to get the best out of yourself and earn your own trust and perform at a higher level where you can really hold these massive unrealized winners and really tighten up your risk and trust it. Because it's not easy to hold a trade for 2 hours, but that's where the big money is made. So you got to do this. You got to, again, access the best part of you, which is your subconscious. Again, there's a whole, I can't go into that now. That's another 2-hour thing, which, again, it's a big piece of the course that I've put out there. So there's all that. And so when you access your subconscious mind, when you earn your own trust, then you bring that to day trading instinctively. Then you just show up. You don't do anything. You just show up because you've been training for it all day. People ask me about my trade book. It has like 3 lines in it. Like, okay, it goes to a level, it makes a pattern, it goes the other way. That's it. That's my trade book. But that's not it. It's a 24-hour trade book. I got to conduct myself a certain way throughout my life so that I am fit to trade. When I come to trade, I want to be the best version of myself because I'm not here for a few pennies. And it's hard to hold multiple 5 figures of unrealized profits. It is hard. I find it hard. I don't know who doesn't. But you got to perform at that level if you want those results. So train yourself outside. Again, routine, I think, is one of the most important things. I do a lot of meditation stuff, a lot of fitness stuff, a lot of sports, a lot of always pushing your comfort zones. Always, every day, I find 3 or 4 things to do, and build that into your life. Build a high performance lifestyle, and you will bring that to trading. Again, I could talk about this forever, but it's a 2-hour conversation. It's all in the course. You guys can check it out in there. I've got a module on this stuff. Very important. Earn your own trust. All right. And then you'll be able to hold your trades. You'll be able to not take those silly partials at 1 hour. You'll be able to tighten up your risk and then let it run. Keep your winners small. You keep your winners big and your losers small. Absolutely incredible, right? It's amazing how it works. The majority of your trading performance comes from inside you, not the shit on the screen. Everyone's asking me about strategies and setups, entry criteria. I tell them that's a bunch of shit. Go look on YouTube for free. You'll find it for free. I've already put videos out there for free. I'm not going to waste my time telling you about that because this is more powerful, really much more powerful. All right. All right. That's what I've got for you today. And so we've got, the QR code and the link. That's where you can find me and all the mentorship programs, all the free stuff, all the courses, what else? All the social media where you can catch me, emails. And if you're in Dubai, anybody in Dubai, reach out. Always happy to hang out and meet. And for now, there's a discount code on it. Anything in there, all the courses, mentorship, all the paid stuff. There's a discount code. It is set to expire once I go offline from this webinar room, which is, my God, it's already 10:35. It's serious. Like once I click off this webinar room, that code disappears as it's invalid. So take a look if you like, guys. QR code, or otherwise type in that link. Meanwhile, now we can do Q&A. Who got questions about what? And type slowly. For fuck's sake, type slowly. You like the webinar, Oliver? Thank you. Good stuff. Yeah, guys. Meditation is all about awareness. And really, even strenuous physical exercise is also a lot about awareness for me. I think it that way. All that stuff. Pavan, you want insights on routines? Lots of strenuous exercise. For me, it's resistance training. Or if I'm not doing that, I'm out paddleboarding, surfing if there's waves, or I go windsurf when there's wind. Meditation is a 15 minutes a day minimum at some point during the morning because trading starts at 6 p.m. for me. Yeah, there you go. Good. Lots of feedback already. Thank you. Good, man. Glad you guys like it. I'm a few more minutes. So again, while I'm here, this link and all this is valid, this discount code, all that stuff. Otherwise, it goes away. It goes away as soon as I click out of here. All right. Wow, you guys type fast. Go get some sleep. Yeah, Mike. Now I'm too wired. I can't sleep. I would have slept an hour ago. You guys got me talking about day trading. What do you think? I'd sleep now? Now I will spike this drink at 10:30 at night. And it's great. You trade at 6 p.m. You can wake up, recover, do all your routine stuff, and you're fit for trading at 6 p.m. No big deal. Okay, I'll try and get these questions. What do we have? Jay, yeah, I would probably use a funded account. I would have saved a lot of money. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on with that. Actually, I'm not a part of all that stuff. Reach out to Carlos or Mike, or Mike is the one who knows everything. I don't get involved in that stuff with BBT. 80-20, right? It's just work. I don't like work. I like 80-20. Simple. Armac, that's a good question. It's how do you build trust me? On the setup side of things, screen time. Show up. You got a community. You've got BBT. You got mentors all over here. You can get into one of the mentorship groups. Yeah, I've got one going on. You got to show up every day and build those instincts. It takes 3 years just to figure out the setups. That's only the first part, man. What I shared with you here is what I've built out in the last 2 years. Last 2 years, year and a half. So really, again, trade management, that's what this was all about. Tighten up your risk and hold for your targets. Otherwise, you're not going to make it. You're just not gonna fucking make it. I hate to say it to you guys, but seriously, make it. Yeah. There you go. Code not working. Where is it not working? Tell me. On the trading terminal course or in the mentorship? On the course. Okay. Thank you. Let me see where the problem is. If there is a problem. Oh yeah, we had I've been messing with it earlier. I remember. Cool. Let me take a look at this. Oops. Nope. Wrong login. All right. What's up with that course? Something went wrong. No, that's not the one. I gotta say, Trading Terminal is really cool. It's a real pain in the butt to manage, but it's a really great tool. I use it a lot. I use it always for the replay function, and I used to use it a lot for the scanners. Of course, we have all the courses and all this material in there. Like, there's so much. There's so much. It's kind of silly not to even go in there. Again, this is stuff I wish was in place when I got started. All right, where is that? Is interesting. Oh, I see. I've been logged out. I logged out of it. Okay, I gotta log in again. Give me a minute. Yep, I'm live on YouTube every day in the BBT channel. After Andrew's done trading, I uh, I go in and take over that YouTube stream. It's meant to be me and Paras. Recently, he's not around, so a lot of times Carlos comes on, and Phil came on a few times last week as well. So yeah, fun. Yeah, I need to. I'll show you the. If you look at the course, it's described there. All the one-on-one sessions are all included in that. Why can't I log in? Hold on a sec. I'm trying to fix this link for you guys. I just checked it before we started, and everything is in place. Okay. Okay, Bearable Traders. Okay, that's okay. Everything's there. Hmm. All right. Who's on the mic now? We got Lenny. Lenny's a lot of fun. Always fun. Gigi, not working for you too. Yeah, I'm logging in right now. I'm logging in. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Why did it log me out and then it should not make it invalid? Let me think. Oh, I think I see another thing here. Okay. No, T, this is not recorded on Trading Terminal or on BBT. These Trading Terminal webinars are not recorded. There it is. I found it. I found it. I found it. I found it. Okay, what's wrong with the course? Okay. Uh-huh. I got it. I know what to do. Thomas, you got it to work? Sounds like, yeah, Amanda got stuck. Yeah, I think it's 30. I don't even look at this stuff normally. Again, marketing and stuff is not me. More about trading and trying to help people trade. That's me. All right, here we go. What I will do now, make it easy for you. Forget about the code. I will just change the thing. Uh, okay. 6. That should work. All right, give it 10 more seconds. Good. All right, guys, you don't need the code anymore for the course. I've put in the discount, so it's already there without the code. You will need the code if you're going into the mentorship stuff. There you go. Let me know if that works for you. That was a bit of a quick fix. Yes, Sumit, that's right. I mean, half my mentees are in this room. Just ask them. Having fun with it, guys? Enjoying the live trading we do every day, and we have this chat that we're doing all the time. It's Discord, and we have various channels for various purposes, and of course, direct access to me one-on-one whenever you want it. I'm always around. And yeah, only problem is I stay up too late. That's I think that's the only problem with everything. There you go. There you go. Guys, let me know if you see the course now, and the discount's already embedded into the price, so that should be done. Yeah, Joachim, try it again now. The code won't work. The code won't work in the trading terminal course. It'll work if you're going to the mentorship stuff, the live trading mentorship. That's there. So I'll stay on here while you guys get a chance to get in there and have a look. Already in, Joachim? Awesome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. A great bunch of people, really. I'm just so grateful to be here. Seriously. I never even planned anything. It was always just like figure out how to day trade. And then one day Andrew's like, start being a moderator. And then people just started reaching out to me privately, mentor me. And I'm like, okay, now it's all this. This is just kind of organic. And every time an opportunity like this comes around, I'm just like, you know what? I like giving back. It's just fun. I remember what it was like when I couldn't figure out how to hold a trade. I could figure out setups, but then how the hell do I get it to be big, And now that I think I've got a grip on it, especially in the last 2 years, that's why I did this webinar. There you go. Yeah, Burgess, no indicators. For me, it's horizontal lines and candlesticks, and that's all. That's all there is. Dwayne, yep, that's the book. That's the first book I ever read on anything to do with the financial markets. Fantastic. As in, I don't think you need anything else. Really, you don't. I mean, it's all in there. Most of that stuff, even I removed. As in, I use only 20% of what's in that book, and I trade this. So, yeah, great book. Great book. What else? I know I missed a lot of questions. Now's the time you guys can ask. I'm still here, and I can still answer. I'm still alive, still awake. Big WAP is the live trading mentorship, and trading terminal is the course. So there's two separate things. The only thing that overlaps between them is you're in the Discord group where you get direct access to me. Otherwise, there are two actual separate things: the online training course, where it's the recorded videos and things, and then live trading with me. Those are separate. Again, the only overlap is you're within the Discord community and full direct access to me. Summit generally the lifetime. Sorry, the what do you call the live trading is what people like most. Almost everyone who gets the course gets into the live trading aspect of it anyway. So they are two separate things. But no, even the course is not lifetime. It's just it's 12 months. You have to take the course, and then you get with that you'll get access to me, basically direct access to me and my mentees in the Discord server. Now, Vishnu, there are two separate things. The course, but again, the majority of the course is, well, the course is, I think, 7 hours. All the other stuff is all the live trading. I do all the recordings. I put it up in module 8 of the course, which is a free module. You don't have to buy the course to view those. I mean, you guys have probably been seeing those anyway every day. There's a tremendous amount of content. I can't believe I put out so much content. It's kind of scary. I'm not a YouTube personality or a marketing guy. I just like hanging out with you guys, man. Especially late on a Thursday night. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna go celebrate. This was such a fun webinar. I'm gonna go to a heavy metal dive bar and grab some beer and enjoy some rock music. How about that? That'd be fun. Come back to trade tomorrow. There's quite a few around here. Jay, no. So let's make that clear. The course does not include live trading. The course includes one-on-one mentorship. Live trading does not include the course, but it includes one-on-one mentorship. So that's the overlap. That's the only overlap. And of course, then within that, you have the Discord community, which is, we're all in a community and we have different channels and, full time access. So there you go. Thanks, Andrea. Andrea's a new member of the live trading stuff. Drops. What did I get in Dubai? The books? Oh, license to drink beer in UAE? Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. This is not Saudi. What the hell? You could go anywhere and get a beer at a bar, go to a liquor store and buy stuff, bring it home. I mean, it's nowhere. It's all. Negi, what are you looking at? You looking at live trading mentorship? That I believe is the 1 month live trading. The discount is there on the 6 month. Well, on both really for the live trading. I do live trading every day, guys. I mean, seriously, every day that I trade, which is most days of the year. I'm live with my mentee group, and that's why you don't see me within BBT in the chat room in at the open. I only show up close to 11 and jump straight onto YouTube. So there you are. Hey, IG, thank you. You're always active. I see in BBT. Fun, huh? Yeah, always a good time. Yeah, a Breyer. That's right. I show up. I go live about 15 minutes before the open these days, and then I trade with my mentees usually for about an hour, about till about 10:30, and it's basically a group mentorship session where we're all trading live as well at the same time, and then it's YouTube at 11, and then sometimes I pop into BBT as well to cover when Paris is not there most of the time. I gotta cut him a call, but yeah, that's how that routine works recently. I'm curious about this code. Why doesn't that work? Something weird. Something weird. Sam S, in this QR code or in this link on the screen, you click on that and you go to, there's a few links in there. You just click on the one that says live trading. There you go. Keep it easy, right? Simple. There you go, Dwayne. Yep, that's the course. Thank you. I should probably clarify this. Everyone's got questions about what's an overlap and what's not. Because I do have two separate things, so um, I'll find a way to integrate them. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, Vic. Venn diagram. Oh my god. Now that's complex. Venn diagrams are complex. Yeah, but that's actually a good idea. I should do that. I should put that on this chart or on this slide. Thanks. I gotta get someone to do one though. Like an 80/20 means I don't do any work. I don't like work. I like trading. I haven't worked in 6 years. You know that? I trade and I talk to you guys. That's all I do. I like it. I'm grateful to be here. Baba, what about the 8 a.m. short candle? Oh, what if it's a short candle? Yeah, it's short candle, no big deal. So you look at the candlesticks as the price moves and you realize that it's just blowing through these levels, right? So instead of going one measure, you can go two measures at a time or four measures at a time, whatever you like, whatever's making sense to you as far as candlestick sizes go. And that's a typically a problem at the open. And again, I don't suggest trading the open. It's very tricky. It's very difficult. So wait for later in the day where the candlestick sizes actually slow down. They're smaller, right? And you'll find they respect these smaller levels. And you can actually put bigger size. I like trading late because I put bigger size. All my bigger trades happen late in the day, typically after afternoon. Um, all the smaller trades, like you saw this week, is happening early in the day. Gigi, you're in the webinar. You are here in a webinar, a free webinar. Jay, no, the market now is. Listen, I'm just trading whenever I get my setup. If my setup shows up at the open, I'll take it. If it shows up later, I'll take it. I don't really care. I just have to be aware that if I'm trading the open, I may have to get out before my target because momentum is a thing. Cindy, how do I decide which direction to take, long or short? Yeah, there's setups on that. Again, that's another 3 hour webinar, which I've done quite a few of those. Yeah, I look for either retests of breakouts or reversals. Those are my two basic trades. I don't really trade breakouts. All right. Everyone good here with the links and all that? Everything working? Are we good? Or should I hang out here for another half an hour? If I'm gonna do that, I seriously will pop open a bottle of tequila. Damn. See you, Tom. Sam. See you tomorrow. Fun. Drops? No, Andrew trades late too. Man, the other day he was trading after hours, Netflix or whatever. What the hell? He trades all day if he wants to. I mean, it's not necessary. You got to figure out what you're good at. I find trading early has a few more complications to it. But if you're good at it, if you like it, if it works for you, okay. That's how that goes. Larry, you want the 8 a.m. measuring configurations? How am I going to share that? I don't have DOS open now. I don't even have a way of sharing that. How do you share that? It's just the Fibonacci tool. I reconfigured it. That's all I've done, which is nothing more than equidistant lines. Screenshot. Dwayne, you're a genius. Thank you. Okay, let's open up DOS. I told you my brain's half asleep. You guys keep me up late at night. What do you think's gonna happen? I'm gonna get silly. All right, let's open up DOS and get that configuration set up. Screenshots are a great tool, huh? I'm so out of the loop right now. All right. There we go. That should do it. Fib config. Okay. Alrighty. There you go, guys. That screenshot's in here. Anyone else need anything from DOS since I've got it open? Tens, I use the 8 a.m. candle. That's all I use. I used to use daily chart levels. Before that, I used to use 30-minute chart levels. That was a year ago, I think. And now I've evolved into this 8 a.m. candle thing. It's just simple, easy, and it's there and it works. That's it. Hey, Joel, you got a good one? Nice. On Mara, nice. I don't even trade Mara, but cool, man. It works. Yeah, we know it works on everything. It works on the Forex market and the crypto market and whatever else. It just works. Cool. What am I looking at? Anyone else? Any other questions? Anything you need? Once I shut this webinar down, all these links disappear and discount codes and all these sorts of things. So let me know when you're done. Jay, what's your question here? The pre-market patterns into the open trade, the setups are a bit different, I saw. What you find with pre-market is gaps and usually not clean patterns. But hey, if it looks clean, okay, you have it. It's there. I like to look at it on a 5-minute chart. It's cleaner than a 1 minute and less triggering, right? So I like that. So yeah, if you spot a pattern, it's there. If you don't spot a pattern, don't create one. Let it come. It'll come to you. Welcome, Dwayne. Glad you liked it. Glad you guys came. I'm having fun with this. I'm always having fun. Every time it's webinar time, I get all excited. I'm like, yay, let's do another one. But you see, that's the thing. I don't do many webinars because, well, one of the reasons is my stuff is fairly straightforward. There's not a lot to change. I can talk about it in 5 minutes on YouTube tomorrow. You know, it's only after 3 or 4 months when there's now, if there's something really that I've discovered and tested and it's working recently, and it takes 3 or 4 months, then all right, it's time for a webinar. Otherwise, you know, I'll just direct you to my old webinar recordings because I'm still doing the same thing. So that's the reason for it. And again, simple, right? Simple. I said this on almost all my webinars. I say it every day. I feel like I say it every day on every channel that I'm on. You got to keep your trading very simple, your technical trading, your setups and risk management, all that stuff, because you need 90% of your energy to manage your emotions when you're trading. That's the important part. That's that whole mindset and accessing your subconscious mind. Again, in the course, there's a whole module on this. And I think that's the most powerful piece of it all. So if your trading style is incredibly complex and it's like breaking your brain to figure it out, you have no energy left to manage your emotions after you put the trade on. Then you're just going to screw it up. So keep trading simple. It's the human being that needs to be managed. Really, the trader is much more volatile than any damn ticker out there, any options contract, anything. That's important. That's why I keep it this simple. And also, I don't like work. There, 80/20. Neri, yeah, I used 30-minute time frame for a long time. Oh, man. Last year in Vancouver, I even did the presentation on fractal patterns on 30-minute time frames. That was fun. Actually, um, those old webinar recordings are still here in Trading Terminal, where I did the fractal pattern setups. And yeah, I did that for a long time. It was fun. But this kind of trading has been much bigger for me. So I've evolved from there, just evolved into a different thing. And evolution, right? It's one step at a time. You're tweaking one thing in your strategy at a time. For me, it's usually how do I make it simpler and bigger. So again, keep your losers smaller and your winners bigger. That's always on my mind. I'm trying to figure out what can I tweak that can make this happen. And so far, here we are. Yep, Jay, that's right. Once you get the live trading mentorship stuff, that's it. You'll receive an automated email to join the Discord, and you'll have access to the live trading channel in there if you've got the live trading mentorship. Also, if you get the course, you'll also receive an invite to the Discord, but you won't have the access to the live trading channel. Yep, cool. Yeah, there you go. IG, thank you. Trading terminal, the replay mode, the simulator. Man, seriously, just go in there. It's free. Who likes free stuff? Raise your hands. It's there. It's free. Trading terminal is tremendous. You know how many of my mentees over the years I've told them go to trading terminal in the replay mode and practice this specific thing. Just practice 50 trades and then talk to me again next week or tomorrow, whatever. I've said that to 1,000 people. You guys, man, you got so much at your fingertips. God damn. It's right here. All right. What else? What else we got to do? 11 p.m. Okay, so I have a choice now. Right here on my desk, if you see, this is melatonin. This will knock me out right away. Or I could go under the desk where there's tequila. That will also knock me out right away. What's it going to be? Decision time. Yeah, let's put a poll out here, huh? Melatonin or tequila? Oh my god, both. I'm gonna die. You guys are gonna kill me. I show up for trading tomorrow. I don't know where I am. No, no, no. It's Thursday. It's not Saturday yet. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll probably be trading late into the night again. Well, hopefully not. I'll be on YouTube. YouTube's always fun. Come say hi, guys. Really, YouTube's always fun. Always silly conversations, silly people. You get to have fun with it. That's what matters. What do we got here? Amanda, that happened to you? Okay. I can fix that. I can fix that. I should be able to fix that. Hold on. That should be right here. Hey guys, having any more trouble with the links and stuff? Let me know. I'm fixing one thing here for Amanda. That's strange. The day you need the links to work, they're all over the place. Amanda, can you type in your email address to me right here in this message, and I can hunt you down. Thank you. Let's see what we've got. I'm still getting used to this big screen. Like, still Sometimes I get lost. Huh. So let me see. Oh, there you are. I found you, Amanda. Gotcha. Lose access. Huh. No, no. Don't want that. Let me see what I can do for you here. Okay. There we go. Oh, no, I can't do that. There's got to be a way to figure this out. Again, tech stuff, guys. It's not what I pay attention to typically. Hmm. There it is. What else are you guys talking about? Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about? Let me know again once you're done with all these links. That's when I can tell you that I'm having melatonin, but it's really tequila. Mm. Okay, here you go, Amanda. I'm going to type this to you, okay? All right, there you go. Cool, that should work. Vishnu, every day I put the link out at 9 a.m. typically, and I show up about 9:15. Helps you, Joel? Awesome. Risk management, number one thing, right? Jay, how many pills? Hey, Jay, just because I told you it's melatonin, don't mean it's melatonin. You know what it really is? Nah, 10 milligrams works. I just have not gotten sleep lately. It's just been a lot of late night trading more than anything else. Trading, mentorship, one on one. The YouTube stuff is just getting me going. And then we're doing a lot of stuff at BBT. I'm just getting busy. Unfortunately, the day starts at 6 p.m. and then it's midnight by the time I'm done with everything. And my own trading seems like the smallest piece of everything I'm doing because I spend a minimal amount of effort on that. The rest of it is all mentorship, BBT, YouTube, trading terminal. There's a lot going on. Yeah, Mike J, it does. That's right. Melatonin's actually good when you're having jet lag and you just use it to help you adjust quickly in a few days. You do it consistently for 3 or 4 days. Otherwise, beyond that, it's going to hurt you. Amanda, what link are you using here? You're having all kinds of trouble, huh? Let me see. It's in Discord. All right, let me see. You need this. There it is. I'm gonna send you this here to make it easy for you. Copy, paste. Amanda, that's not Discord. Yes, go to that where you are, and with all the links on it, with my face on it that you like so much, click on the one that you want. You've got the live trading mentorship, and you've got the trading terminal course. Those are the two options. So click on the one you like. If you're going for live trading stuff, which looks like is where you are, you click it on Discord. Damn it. Okay, here. Okay, use this one. There you go. I just sent you. Hopefully that one works. Really, this is not streamlined. I should do better with this. Streamline the whole process of getting people into the mentorship and all that. What do you got here, Lorenz? You got it? Yeah, no, that promo code won't apply to this. To the other link. Use the other one. The live trading. Yeah, Lawrence, live trading. How was it set up? I haven't even looked at this. Hold on. Give me a moment. I'll get you sorted out. No problem. Hmm. All right. I see what's happening. Give me a moment. I'll sort you guys out all in one go. Just because this is it's kind of silly that it's 2025 and I can't figure out online payment stuff. That's kind of silly. To think that I used to work at digital marketing, right? Oh, here we go. Give me a moment, guys. Yeah, you're all getting that. It expired because the webinar ended officially, but I'm still here, so I'm going to reactivate it for y'all. That's what's happening. Oh man! All right, code. And I will copy it and I will give it to you guys here. That's so funny. My computer's all over the place. All right, here you go, guys. I'm putting the code in. Here's the same code. I've reactivated. It's supposed to end because well, it terminated when it was supposed to, which is when this webinar was supposed to about 9 minutes ago. So here it is in the chat. I'll put in the alerts as well. So same code as you see on the screen. Let me know if you guys are having trouble with it. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay, let me know if you guys have any more trouble with that. I should hire someone for this, right? Handling the website and the links and even social media. Like it's just not what I do. I like trading and talking to people. That's all I want to do. I don't want to do all this stuff. If you notice my webinars and all, what are they? Most of them are just screenshots. It's very little. There's nothing else to it, really. So, again, 80/20. It works. Let me see, make sure everything's good with you guys. Again, let me know if you have any trouble. While I'm here, I can help with all these links and various issues. There we go. You guys still got that. Okay, screen still sharing. Amanda, I've put the code in here. Again, it's the same code. It should work now. Just because it had expired what 10 minutes ago. Trading terminal is great, but really the back end, I just can't. I don't know how Andrew does it. Well, it was Artie earlier who founded it, but yeah, I don't know how to do all this. It's amazing what these guys are doing. Oh shit! Where's the other link?